So this is an interview I've been really excited to share with you guys. This is Magda, who is the founder of SunDesk, which is a co-living space in Morocco on the beach, and it's one of the most famous surfing places in the whole world. So why did Magda 8 years ago rock up in Morocco and just decide, as a German single traveler, to be like, I'm gonna start a co-living space here for people who work remotely? This is when co-working wasn't really a thing. This is when co-living, still people really don't know what co-living is. So what is that, and how is she able to run this amazing community here, kind of like a little paradise she's created on the beach tucked away in this little seaside town in Morocco, and why should you come out and visit them? So how is this amazing for remote workers, and why should you come visit? Let's check out the interview. Before we get started, we just want to give a shout out to Office R&D, who is our sponsor on today's episode. They are a co-working management software company that helps workspaces around the world deliver better experiences to their customers. They share our values of promoting and championing remote work, and they've been our biggest supporters since day one. Okay, so let's continue. So right now, I am so excited to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with Magdalena, right?
Yes.
Yes, but we all call her Magda. Sometimes I call her Mama Magda because she is always bringing everyone together and walking us through the market and like taking care of everyone. And I definitely feel at home here at SunDesk in Morocco. So thank you for having us, first off.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to share this with everyone because so many people have been messaging us constantly while we've been here. How is it? How is it? How is it? Should we come? Should we come? And I, hands down, have just been like, get your butt over here. This is awesome. Like it's, it's definitely like a bubble of amazingness that you've created, like a little paradise in Morocco. And I want to share with everyone kind of your story and like because I think a lot of times people see the accumulation of it. They see like the amazing stuff that you've created, but they don't realize how hard it was or like all the craziness that happened that led up to or is still happening behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be nice to share with people. But just first off, it's foundational stuff. Where are you from originally? How long have you been based in Morocco?
So I'm originally from Germany. Mm-hmm. And I moved to Morocco in 2011, mm-hmm. and since then I live in Taghazout, mm-hmm. and I'm running SunDesk since 2014.
Cool. So now it's almost 5 years that you've had that open.
Yes.
That's cool. And why did you choose this small surf town in Morocco to base? Tell everyone.
That is actually a good question. I think that was random.
That's good. It's good to know.
So, well, I came to Taghazout and I started working here, and then I fall in love. I met my husband Mustafa. He is from Taghazout, and I tried to stay here. And then I had the idea of opening a co-living space, and it worked out. So I'm still here and
That's
still
awesome.
very happy.
Yeah, I think that's cool. So you said you've been in the hotel service industry, right, since you were like 19 or something, right? Mm-hmm. And so through all of that, you've seen, like, why did you pick co-living? How did you first hear or know what it is or know to start one? Because a lot of people are still confused on what it is.
So that was random actually too. I moved to Taghazout and studied online, mm-hmm. And I tried to do that in Germany, to work and to study at the same time, work in a hotel, study at the same time. That did not really work out at all. I was living in Berlin and partying too much and was super distracted. And then time was running out of the study, so I really had to sit down and work mm-hmm. and study. And I went to Taghazout and I finished the studies within a year, mm-hmm. and it worked perfectly. That was a perfect place for me because it's quiet, it's remote, I could find my peace. I'm not afraid of missing out anything because there is not so much going on despite sport and going to the beach. Mm-hmm. And then I had the idea that maybe other people would love to do the same. In my mind, it was basically my study colleagues I was thinking of. So it would be great to create a place for them to come over, to focus on the studies and still at the same time have kind of a holiday or like to enjoy another culture. And then because of my hotel background, I thought, okay, I can offer rooms with it too, because I'm good in renting out. I know how to manage a hotel. So I thought, okay, I combine it. I open a co-working space with rooms. And then I Googled a bit to see if there's a target group, if something like this already exists. And I found one co-living place, which already did the same. And I found the term digital nomads. I actually didn't know that it exists until I Googled it. And then that encouraged me to open such a space. And then it worked out. So
That's
it was
awesome.
apparently what people wanted.
That's so cool. And just so you guys know, I forgot to say at the beginning, but this town is like famous for surfing. So you come here, you work on your laptops, and you go for a surf. And it's like super chill, really nice, sunny. Everyone comes and escapes the winter in Europe here because it's a super short flight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely come over. But one thing I want to ask you is what do you get out of owning and starting a co-living space? Like, what is it for you that motivates you to do it?
Well, my guests motivate me quite a lot. I love it to meet new people. I love to meet other cultures. And I love to show them Morocco. And I think that combination is just amazing. I really love it. And my co-workers are having all very interesting businesses. They teach me on a daily basis new stuff. And that is, I don't know where else to find it.
Yeah.
So that makes me really happy. That's a big motivation, yes.
That's cool. Do you consider Morocco home for you?
Yes, yeah. Well, now I have 2 homes.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. And then, so tell me more about learning the local language, because there's Arabic, which is the overarching language, but you know the local language in this area, right?
Yes, yeah. Here we speak Teshelheit, it's called. It's a Berber dialect. And in Taghazout it's mainly Berber, so Amazigh people. And I'm trying to learn the local language to communicate better with the locals, and to, I guess, language is the key to the heart. And I mean, frankly speaking, I'm European. I just came to this place. I'm a blonde woman. Yeah. So that's sometimes a little difficult that people take you serious. And with learning the language, I could integrate quite well, and people take me seriously. And the procedure of learning it is super random, because there is no real grammar book yet of the language. People just started actually to analyze it and to do some research about it. So maybe in the future there will be one. So I'm learning it from the street and from the salesman and from everyone around me.
I know you're being super humble, but we went to the market the other day, and you were like, she was like ordering stuff, negotiating with them, everything in the local language, saying hi to the kid on the side. And it was like, you were a local. And then for us to come in and see that, that's not an experience that we get every day. You know, we go to the market and we're like, are they ripping us off? I don't even know what they're saying to me. Even if I want to just pay what they asking, you know, like I had to keep waiting for her. Like, how much does it cost? Oh, okay, it costs this much. Okay, I'm happy to give that, you know. But I think that, and you were saying also that it's taking you almost 8 years to build these relationships. So how is it for you to build those relationships in the local community?
I have to say it was not too difficult, because the people are very open here. Moroccans are very open-minded people. They love to get to know other cultures and people too, and they love languages as well. It took me quite some while. I started going to the market on a weekly basis, and then stick with the same salesman, and then the relationship cultivated, and now we are pretty close. I know when someone is marrying, stuff like that. So it's very sweet. Yeah.
That's so cool. So what are some things that we joke about sometimes over breakfast? Like, everyone acts like, you know, everything's perfect here. Well, at least I want you to know you've come across very collected and everything's perfect, because I know you run your ship very well. But what are some hard things that have happened for you, like when you're trying to set this up? Because I know it hasn't been all easy.
It was definitely quite a challenge. It took me a long time. I had the idea 2013, so it took at least a year to realize it. And I think when you come from a Western culture and you are used to certain structures, how anything works around you, then it's very difficult to shift to a completely new culture which you do not really understand. So that was quite a learning procedure with anything actually. So to set up the space, to do the papers, to go to all the offices, that was a big mystery for me. As well, we refurbished the entire house, and that was a big experience, I have to say. So I had to work with many local handymen, and we had quite some fights, yes.
Wait, tell me more.
Well, it's just a different way of working. You know, I'm used to German style, so I expect everyone to be there 10 hours and to do exactly what I do. That did not work out at all that way. So I really had to monitor and to, especially the finishing, to monitor the finishing. Or to give you an example, I would build in new doors and I would say, okay, let's make the frames all blue and the doors too. And then I leave for half an hour, I come back, my door frames are yellow and the doors are blue. And I would say, okay, why did that happen? And they said, well, blue is very boring alone, you know, we just thought yellow with it would be an amazing idea. I said, okay, well, now I love it. In that moment I didn't love it, but it's now, I think, the guests really appreciate it. They do. I'm happy about it on a daily basis. But that's just a small example, and that's with anything we build, actually.
Yeah.
I choose some tiles, I find other tiles in my bathrooms.
So do you feel like you've gotten a little bit more relaxed about those things? Are you?
Totally, yes.
Yeah.
So my expectations are very different now. Yes, I count. If I call someone and he says, I come tomorrow at 10, I count a week for the job. So I say, okay, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, we will see. He will come at one point, but I don't expect him to be there the next day.
I think that's really good to know for a lot of people who are starting to have their space, or even traveling in countries where the culture is very different. You know, I've had to do that a lot myself in Thailand, because I think Americans or Germans are very service. We expect a lot out of customer service. So,
yes.
You know, we kind of set the standard in a lot of ways around the world, but we can be really hard as customers. You know, so when I went to Thailand, I cringe when I think back on like my expectations and how I dealt with Thai people, because they're also very, very nice people and they don't need someone to be mean to them, you know. But if you're coming as a customer and you're very used to things being a certain way and you're very rigid in that, I think that can come across rude, right? So I myself have learned to just basically chill out as a traveler.
Yes.
And then I think that if you're going to work in an area too and work with locals and people who are just different, you know, it's not good or bad. It's just a different way of doing things. You have to, I think you've done really well with respecting the local culture, but also getting stuff done. It's like a balance in the middle.
Yes, I think that's a key. If you expect it will be like home, then you cannot live in another country. So I think you have to learn that. And I think the most challenging maybe is to bridge between, because I have mainly European customers who expect a European service, but then at the same time to bridge between to create an interface to the Moroccan culture. Mm-hmm. Because if the internet is not working, the customer expects me to fix it in an hour, but I have local workers who maybe come next week. So then it's difficult to keep the balance.
You're almost like the person in the middle trying to make sure everyone's happy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Well, would you have anything that you would want to tell people if they're thinking of coming to Morocco and they've never been here before? Like, this is my first time in Africa.
Oh, wow, yes.
So what would you say to someone like me who's never come? Just if I'm wondering about the water or as a woman being safe, like, would you have anything? Because I think you've been here for 8 years, so you of all people can speak to this.
Yes, well, first of all, come over. It's an amazing country. Yeah. I think that people are maybe afraid because it's Africa, it's a Muslim culture too, so that's different to Asia or to Europe. Don't be afraid, be open. It's a very safe country. It is really extremely safe. And as well for female travelers, it can be hard to travel alone, I have to say. You will be definitely addressed by men. We don't have to cover that. That's the reality. Mm-hmm. However, they will never do something to you. It's really just to grab the attention. Mm-hmm. But this can be annoying from time to time. But yeah, I think if you're confident and you know what you want and you're ready to discover the culture, it's a perfect place to travel.
Yeah.
And
I will definitely give a plug in for SunDesk. I was talking to some of the women earlier who are staying here, and they were saying, like, I don't think I would have had the same experience if I hadn't been at SunDesk, because you almost have like that bubble of support network back home. So even when you're getting used to a new culture, just the new things around, and as a woman, and we have these preconceived things of like what Africa is like and all this stuff, but having that like home base at SunDesk, I think makes it a lot easier to integrate into it.
Yes, yeah, certainly. I think, it's maybe good to start with a place where you can get some knowledge and where people can maybe explain you the culture, so you feel more secure, and then you're ready to go and discover
Spread
the
your
rest
wings.
by your alone.
That's cool. Well, thank you so much, Magda. And again, thank you for having us. I think we're going to be like friends for life. I'm excited. I want to come.
Me too. Thanks for coming over.
I'm excited for you to come. I hope you can come back to Chiang Mai sometime. I know you're planning to do some traveling this year, so.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I need to go. Thank you.
So Magda, oh my God, she's such a powerhouse woman. That woman is such a hard worker, and I hope that the tips that you learned today about why it's so important to build a community, why it's so exciting to come to Morocco and to get your butt out here and surf and hang out with her in this beautiful paradise that she's created. So I hope you guys come out to SunDesk soon. She's so cool. Come out and visit her. And if you like the video, hit like at the bottom of the screen, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.